As a group, we want to see if one's music preference has an influence on why people interact and the groups that a person considers themselves a part of. We chose this research question because we found that music was something that was easily relatable to us, and it is something that many cadets use for a number of reasons, and we wanted to get their perspective on why they listen to music. During the interview process, we asked questions that were indirect and open-ended because we did not want the interviewer to feel attacked, and we wanted them to expand on their questions rather than answering a simply yes or no. The questions we asked were, what type of music do you listen to and why? What do you think your choice of music correlates to how you pick your friends? In what ways do you use music? Do you think you relate more to people who share the same interest in music? If a person were to hear music playing but could not see who was playing it, would that person expect them to be of a certain race? We asked the same questions to create a sense of consistency amongst a different group in order to maximize our findings.
Lately, I've been really into 80s music. Me and my roommate have both been into like re-looking at decades music, so 70s and
Do you
80s.
think your choice of music correlates to how you choose your friends?
Oh, how I choose my friends? I don't I don't really think so, because for me, I don't really, because like 80s is like a decade. It can be really go from any kind of genre. I don't really try to like constrict myself to a genre. Whatever I like listening to is interesting. So if it's like rap or hip hop or EDM or like 80s or folk music or even classical music, if it sounds cool to me, then I'll listen to it. So I like having a diverse group of friends that, so when they show me different kinds of music, if I like it, I think that's really cool. So I only think I restrict myself to my friends with music. No.
Do you think you relate more to people who share the same interest in music?
Um, Not really, actually. I think I relate to people who appreciate music rather the genre. So I have friends that are really into say like classical music and they appreciate it and they appreciate the musicality of it and things like that. And I like listening to them appreciate their passion for that. Well, I have friends who are really interested in specifically how rap music is constructed and how that's gone about and going to concerts and really understanding the artistry behind that. Like that interests me as well. So I like listening to people who are passionate about things. So it doesn't really matter to me the genre of music, I guess.
And the last one is, if you were like walking down the hallway and you heard the music but you can't see who's playing it, do you expect that person to be of a certain race based on the type of music it is?
I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of maybe an anomaly because I grew up playing the viola for like 12 years in an orchestra with very diverse people that you wouldn't expect to play an instrument in. And there are people in our company that have played like I've heard the violin strings and I honestly am like you could literally be anyone and I go and it's a completely different person. But I can see what you're saying. I feel like if someone is specifically I guess I mean if we're going to look at the general group of people, if someone's hearing rap music, someone would expect like a black person to be listening to that or whatever. But I feel like, I guess now, just being more educated, being more exposed to so many different types of people, it actually doesn't really come to me anymore. I'm usually like, okay, I wonder who my company would be interested. I want to see who's interested in like creating music. So, no, not really anymore. I don't think so. Maybe like a few years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, when I wasn't really exposed to diverse groups of people with different interests, then I'd be like, oh, this person's playing Bollywood music. It's probably another brown person. I'm excited, But now I'm like, oh, I don't know. We'll see who's interested in the same music as me. That's cool. But yeah, no, I don't think I'd pick a race on that either.
That's it.
Okay, cool.
Type of music I listen to, I would say, is rap and hip hop, because I grew up listening to that. Part of my culture, I would say. Only music I'm really comfortable with, No offense to all the other songs and music and stuff. I like just rap and hip hop.
Do you think your choice of music correlates with how you choose your friends?
No, I don't think my choice of music correlates how I choose my friends. I feel like I can have friends all over. It doesn't matter the type of music they listen to.
All right. In what ways do you use music to like be productive?
I use it kind of to motivate me, with the songs I listen to. Just the artists be talking about things like I want in life, finer things in life. I use it kind of to like keep distractions away from me, like just help me zone out, just hear what each person is going through, because like most of the time artists are telling stories when they sing their songs and rap.
Do you think you relate more to people who like your favorite type of music?
I definitely think I relate more to people who like my type of music, because I feel like they can relate back to the story that the artist has told, like I stated in the previous question. I feel like it kind of might give them like a chance to be heard, because of so much pain that comes within rap and hip hop. So yeah, I definitely feel like I can relate more with people who listen to my type of music.
All right. If you can hear music playing but cannot see the people who's playing it, do you expect the person to be of a certain race?
Kind of a racist question.
First question is, what genre of music do you listen to and why?
I listen to everything. I don't know. I kind of like everything. It just depends on my mood or what I'm doing.
And do you think your choice of music correlates with how you choose your friends?
Not necessarily. I mean, we both happen to have like a lot of country, but we also listen to everything. It just is. I don't know.
In what ways do you think music helps you?
I don't know. Just something to like calm your brain or like pump you up if you need to be pumped up. Just like affects your mood if you want to like, if you're in a really sad mood and you just want to listen to depressing music, or if you're like in a like, I don't know, happy mood.
Do you think you relate more to people who like your type of music?
A little bit, but I don't, because I don't have really a specific type of music. It's kind of like not that big of a deal.
If a person hears someone playing music but cannot see who's playing it, does that person expect the person playing it to be of a certain race? Like if you was in the bathroom and heard music but you can't see who's playing it.
Well, I mean, I know, like, in this type of thing, like, I know who listens to what.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's, like, easy to tell who's, like, in the bathroom, who's showering or whatnot. But in general, no, not really.
What genre of music do you listen to and why?
I like all types of music because I'm open-minded.
Do you think your choice of music correlates with how you choose your friends?
No, it doesn't really matter what my friends listen to. They can be my friends. They like music that I don't like, but I usually like most songs.
In what ways do you use music to like be productive?
Mainly it helps me work out, gets me motivated, can help me sleep sometimes. When my roommate's snoring or being loud on the phone, helps me sleep. That's about it.
Do you think you relate more to people who like your favorite type of music?
Yeah, generally, because they can relate to what's going on in the song as I can as well.
And if people hear music but cannot see who is playing it, do they expect the person playing that music to be of a certain race?
Not necessarily, because different groups of people like different types of music, so you never really know which race is listening to which genre of music.
Alright, that's it.
We learned about how when asking the interviewers a question directly about another person versus asking them in an indirect way in regards to someone else, the interviewer's response would differ based on the way the question was asked. Learning about open-ended questions gave the interviewers the chance to speak openly and think creatively about their responses. We found that people use music as a source of motivation, coping, socially, to study, to work out. Additionally, we learned that one's preference in music can be influenced by family, religion, media, and many more.